I'm just tired of every damn thing, bro. It's just people get on my nerves nowadays. I don't know what to say. Everything bothers me, and I don't think I'm the only one. But I know I'm maintaining. I know that even though some things bother me, doesn't mean I gotta pass out and crash out. You know, I'm retired from that. So, but yeah, people get on your nerves, and then the worst, it's just all kinds of little things. I guess it's just a thing of getting older. The music sound crazy. Cardi B sound like she read nursery rhymes, and that she really sound like she's illiterate. That's how she sound. Now y'all can. She got all the money in the world, and she can dress fashion or whatever. Man, I don't think she can dress that much. I just think if you got some money, you can get the couture or whatever. You know, I don't think there's nothing to it, but she wrecked Jay Z song if you ask me, and that's her bailout deal. That's what it is. It's like she started with Bodak Yellow, then she went over to Be Careful with Me. Wasn't that somebody else song too? Doom 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 doom. I don't know whose song it was, but anyway, it might be hers. I don't know, but this one here ain't it. I'm sorry, y'all just like to lie to people, okay? Especially women. Women like to lie to people, and I understand. It's like, well, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Well, don't say nothing at all then, because you lying to people, and you are not helping people by lying to them, okay? You are not helping a 400-pound woman telling a girl you're a 10. You don't need to lose no weight. And you know what I think most women, because see, women are manipulated and they are conniving. I don't care. They spiteful and they are manipulating. So you can't believe what a woman tells you. And then a man can get anywhere he want to get with a woman as long as he say the right things. So men just, I don't know. Maybe I need to start lying to women more. I stopped lying to women, and you know what? Now that I think about it, ever since I stopped lying to women, it's been downhill from there. With relationships. When I stopped lying to y'all, when I just stopped, women got to, I'm just not a person that need to hear compliments all the time. I know I can look at myself and compliment myself, I know who I am and where the bar is and where I stand. I don't need somebody telling me they beautiful all the time. Somebody telling me all the time, say, you didn't say nothing about my hair. You didn't say nothing about my nails. You didn't say nothing about this. You didn't say nothing about that. You don't like what I got on? Do I look fat? All that bullshit, man, is just pointless, okay? And it really gets on my nerves. So I'm just not the person, But maybe I got to change my ways. Maybe if I lie more, because you know what, I'm gonna make a little. I'm gonna go a little deep one time for y'all. So stuff that I don't reveal to people. So this chick that I was messing with, right? And I ain't gonna lie, she wasn't the most attractive girl. She wasn't the most attractive woman at all. But she was decent, saying she wasn't a bucket. But she was older, and she called herself cheating on me one day. So, and I'm figuring, let me get this chick, like Robin Williams. Remember Robin, what was his name? Robin, the father in House Party. Robin, it ain't Robin Williams, right? It's Robin. I forgot the damn name. That's a shame, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. Bebe's kids. And call Martin Bilal. Bilal. Sound like something you catch on your feet. That dude. He said, go get you an ugly woman. He always said that. Get you an ugly woman, you won't have to worry about nothing. But see, what it is you don't give a damn if she do what it is, because an ugly woman will do the same thing a pretty one would do. Okay? And the reason why I brought it up is because when she came back with her tail between her legs, this is what she said. He told me he was gonna make me a motorcycle model. I always wanted to be a motorcycle model. I always wanted to be a motorcycle model when I was a girl, and now at 50 years old, he told me he was gonna make me a motorcycle model. So that's what got me. So then we got drunk, and then da 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 da. Okay, so it don't matter what the woman look like, bro. She can be butt ass ugly. If the dude say what you ain't saying, so that's why you got to compliment a woman all the time. Because if you don't, when she leave the house, somebody else gonna compliment her. My woman shouldn't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? She know who she is. As long as I compliment her occasionally and at the right times, and not just, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody just saying something to me just to say it don't make me feel better. It sounds like a fucking bunch of bullshit to me. It's just chit chat and riff raff, and you just saying some shit. Say something with some meaning behind it to me, man. Like, How about this money I made for you, baby? Is this enough money, or should I go out there and get some more? Not, do I look fat in these jeans? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Yeah, you look a little chubby today. You know, so, and that's what you should respect. That's the person who really love you. The person that don't really love you is just, oh, you so beautiful today. I swipe on TikTok. There you go. It's abundance of ass on TikTok shaking. Asses to the camera. We didn't talked about that too. So asses to the camera, no faces. It's an abundance of it. Okay. And you will look at it, and me, after about the 556th ass I see, I'm in the comment section like hoping somebody's saying something negative at this point, because you got to tell them to take that shit off and go home. Nope. Incels in the basement in their grandma's house, millions of them, you so, and just feeding that ego. Feed the most beautiful thing I ever seen in the world, you know, and it just feeds it, and then that make her get her ego up, and she gonna make another fucking ass video and another ass video. Cause you sitting there, look, I'm single as hell right here, right? I ain't in nobody's basement, and I ain't no fucking incel, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Women, it gets to a point you can overload, you can what do I want to say here? You can saturate the market. You can saturate the market with ass, okay? And it'll have the opposite effect of what you're getting. You might get likes on social media, but in actuality, in the long run, you're turning men off, man. You're turning us off. And that's just, hey, I'm being honest. I'm being honest with y'all. You're turning us off. There it is. See, I knew it was something I needed to do with this mic. I think I'm getting there. Hello? You turning us off at the end of the day. So, I mean, hey, I'm to the point now where I'm attracted to women with minimal ass. You know what I'm saying? Just a normal ass. She ain't got to have an ironing board. You know what I'm saying? But a normal ass. That's why the Sydney Sweeney shit took off like it did, because it ain't no freaking silicone implants and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though Beyonce don't have no BBL either. So, you know, and that's okay. You know, both Jean's ass was legit. You know, white people can't be proud of themselves, I guess. You know what I'm saying? White people are not allowed to think they got good genes. When, I mean, you know, it's okay for black people to have black power and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not sticking up for white folks at all, okay? Because any group of people who could, you know, I always hear things like, and I know I'm jumping around a little bit today, but I always hear things like, you was never slaves, and there's nobody alive right now that's responsible for slavery, so we shouldn't have to pay you reparations. There's nobody alive from the Holocaust neither. They still paying. There's nobody. Hitler been dead. Germany still paying them. But you know what? The people that they paying is not this color. So that's the only reason. How and if the plan is for there to be zero black wealth by 2030, how the hell they look giving us some reparations? You got the most ungrateful, evil people on the planet. Name is synonymous with hate. Name is synonymous with hate. But that don't change nothing. There has been nothing done to white people for slavery. Nothing. And if you waiting on something to happen to them, you might as well quit. So all that, the God that you praying to is not the same God that they praying to. Okay? So the God that they gave you, they gave y'all the most watered down version of religion that could possibly exist. They watered it down. You know why? Because when they water it down, there are no results. Meanwhile, you got people over here who you calling devil worshipers, satanic, occult, Freemasons, Illuminati. Hella results. Why? And then your ass is a spook, like they used to call us back in the days. You a spook. All you got to do is say the word devil, and black people are running for the hills. Oh no, the devil! They worshiping the devil. The scariest people on the planet at the end of the day. Okay, that's why so many guns in the hood, because you scared to fight too. So I'm jumping all over the damn place today. I don't care. I ain't trying to stay on track. Hey, it'll get clipped up later. And it might not get clipped up. I might just let it roll out. I might just let it roll. Because I ain't got no time for it no more, man. It's just, It's been going on for so damn long, and it ain't nothing gonna happen to nobody, okay? Nothing that nobody is gonna do about slavery, bro. So your best bet is to make as much money as you possibly can, and then you can go from there. Because if you sitting around complaining all day, hey, listen, man. All you got to do is ride through the hood and look, and you'll see why them people talking about I'm building a whites only community and all that stuff, and they can do it in 2025. That's what's shocking y'all. Y'all didn't think it could be done. Y'all thought it was against the law. You know, that was just so much heat coming down on them people that they had to integrate the water fountains and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily. You know what? At this point, I'd probably rather be riding on the back of the damn bus. I don't want to be up in the front of the damn bus anyway. You know, let me ride on the back just in case somebody slam into it and I can sue the whole transit authority. Okay? And furthermore, I don't want to drink out your water fountain with you either. Okay? Because you're nasty. You're sitting up here calling me nasty. But anyway, let's stop because I don't want to go there today with y'all. I don't want to get off on that tangent. But listen, y'all talking about some damn reparations, bro. That would mean there would be black wealth, and they are trying to get rid of all black wealth. Okay, and don't be surprised if they don't come for LeBron and I mean every billionaire. If you stop playing ball, you're gonna recognize. So you got to play ball, and I believe Jay-Z plays ball well. He knows how to. You know, there are certain things that you're not allowed to do. Okay, there are certain things that you are not allowed to do. Like that's why you never see any celebrities building community centers in the hood. If they build in a community center, it's in another country somewhere, or it might be in a white neighborhood. But nope, you got Brad Pitt building houses in New Orleans. Not no black people doing it. They're not allowed to. Why would you think Oprah would run over to Africa to build a girls' school? STO. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, but why would you think that? Yeah, who LeBron's school? I heard that is not even LeBron's school. He just put his name on it. I think he gave him $1 million or something. But it's still it's a private school owned by some other people, and he is a part owner or whatever. But he just put his name on it. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, dude. Hey, they said the dude. I watched the interview with the Hodge twins, and it was the white guy who was building their community in Arkansas. Like, who gives a damn? Because why? I don't want to live in no damn Arkansas. So, and that's what he said. He said the black people don't give a damn, and he said that right on. The black people don't care about it. I ain't heard nothing from black people. It's the white liberals that's coming after us because they don't want to live around black people either. But they can't say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, it's not all black people. You know, black people don't move to the hood and stop cutting their grass and all that kind of shit. You know, they don't do none of that. They probably keep the best lawn on the block. Once they get to that point and get to a nice suburb and that type of deal, they ain't getting ready to be the house on the block. Trust me. If a black man's mentality is to put on a suit all the damn time because he can't wear a t-shirt and jeans or he looked at like a thug. And there's a lot of black men that feels like that, okay? And I grew up like that. I just don't care anymore. That's why, hey, dreadlocks, all of that, it's all back because I done cut my locks off 2 or 3 times trying to conform to society. And I ain't doing that no more. But if a black man's mentality is that, you got to know they ain't moving to the hood. See, and then moving to the suburbs and bringing down the property value. Okay, that's a fucking myth, okay? Now, is the property value down where they are? Yeah, look at their surroundings. It's a crackhead on every corner. It's a liquor store on every corner. It's a check cashing place on every corner. It's a gun shop on every corner. It's poverty on every corner. So, of course, somebody, I can't say of course, okay? Because I've been broke before. Hell, I've been homeless for a couple of weeks, actually. Maybe I was homeless for 2 weeks in New York, and then I was homeless for almost 2 months in California. But in California, it was like homeless by choice. I could have been staying in a hotel room every night, but that shit kept adding up. And I was like, I ain't never going to get nowhere, you know? So I got to sleep in my car. I had 2 jobs. I got to sleep in my car, and I'm going to get this money together and get me an apartment or whatever. And that's what ended up happening. But I slept in my car for like 2 months. Had a chick and everything. She was bringing me food at night. I was sleeping in Ralph's parking lot, all over the city, but I was sleeping in Ralph's parking lot in Pasadena. That was the best place was in Pasadena because then nobody bother you. However, the first night that I got there, I had been up for so long, man. I'm looking for a place to sleep, and I ended up parking in the parking lot at the Rose Bowl, figuring the parking lot was so big. And then the next thing I know, like 4 o'clock in the morning, boy, I was sleeping so good, man. 4 o'clock in the morning, boom, 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 boom. You got to get out of here. I was like, oh, Lord, all right, yeah, right away. So, none of that waking up talking about, why you mess with me? Let me see your supervisor. You ain't got no reason tapping on my windshield. See, you can't even do that. So white people can get away with it, just like the attorney general who just got arrested coming up out of the club or whatever, out of the restaurant. They told her because she was obviously drunk and being obnoxious. And there's one thing that I know about attorneys and female attorneys that get up, because I got one of my aunts is a judge. And once they get that power, you can't tell them nothing. And they always got to tell you what they are. The whole time she was there, I'm an AG. I'm an AG. I'm an AG. Man, shut the hell up. This sounds just like my aunt. I'm a judge. I'm a judge. I'm a judge. Yeah, well, get your judge ass in the back of the car. And which reminds me, her ass got arrested one time too, but I think she ended up suing the police department they arrested her right in front of her house. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I don't even much want to go off on there and talk about that because it's bad for the spirit. But yeah, so the AG, and then she is a special, what did they call it? After the report came out, she's a special special assistant to the attorney general. How in the hell is that an AG? You probably smashing the AG, and now you Kamala your way up into. That's why you out in the street acting like a damn ass. Okay, arguing with the police, talking about you ain't going to jail. And see, that's the thing. Y'all be challenging police officers. Okay, are all police on the up and up? Nope. I think half of them on cocaine and steroids. That's what I think personally. But do all police? Nope, they don't. But if you challenge their authority, a lot of them don't have a lot of authority. When they get home, their wife's running the show, that type of deal. So that's all they could do. And then a lot of them join the police force to pick on folks, pick on black people. A lot of them come straight out of the Klan. Okay, and they raise them to do that crap. But when you challenge I ain't going to jail. Kai has the Mafia-thon 3 coming up. The boy on the Spear in Las Vegas, that had to cost a fortune, bro. Okay, to get on the Spear in Las Vegas, I don't know how much it costs, bro, but it costs millions of dollars to get on that Spear. I promise you, that's a big piece of that was one of the most ingenious things they've ever done in Las Vegas was to build that Spear and to go inside too. It's amazing. That thing is amazing, man, and it's cool to have in your city, man. You wake up in the morning, the little smiley face over there. Hey, you look out your window. It's cool. It be the middle of the day. It's kind of cool, It's time for people to just wake up and stop judging people, man. But Mafia-thon 3, I might clip it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but I think I'm gonna clip farm the fuck out of it and post it all up on TikTok because I'm gonna have to start clipping myself at this point because hey, you can't get out of you can't beat them, you got to join them. And making $100,000 a month clipping is or 15 grand a month. Hey, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people don't even believe it's possible to make that much money. Period. So, and if your brain is wired like that, I don't want to be around you because you think too small and you can't do nothing for me. It's kind of like people in your family. I remember when I was trying to break the $10,000 a month mark. And one day I was drinking, talking to my cousin or whatever, telling him about it or whatever, and his first reaction, you don't need no $10,000 a month. What you need $10,000 a month for? Bitch, I'm trying to get $1 million a month. Okay? So if I decide to work 1 month, I can take another month off, man. Ain't nobody trying to clock in 9 to 5 for the rest of their life till they fucking die and don't have no life left and retiring and shit at 55, 60 years old. And no. On whatever little scraps or whatever you didn't put into your 401k that's already in jeopardy as well. Come on, man. Get the hell out of here, bro. So anyway, that pissed me off for one. And then I had another family member. It just used to be like all kinds of little stuff. Like when I started growing my locks, this motherfucker gonna say, "You don't need to grow no dreadlocks. We not them kind of people." I'm like, nigga, who is we? Who is we? Ain't them kind. It was always something about we not them kind of people. I moved out to Hollywood. You can't be no movie star. We not them kind of people. You can't make this. We not them kind of people. I'm like, nigga, speak for your motherfucking self. You are not no kind of people, okay? You are a motherfucking peasant. Want to go to work every day and clock in from 9 to 5 and not see your family and not make enough money and be dependent on a fucking boss and because you ain't got enough gumption to start your own shit. So don't tell me what the fuck I need to be doing and what kind of people I am, because you obviously don't even know who the fuck I am. You know, so but let's get off of that right now, because y'all make me get a little bit pissed off. My family, a lot of them. So, but small thinking, it is what it is. Alcoholism, it is what it is. Drug addiction, it is what it is. All of those things, you know, and most people deal with some form of it coming out of whatever the fuck family you're coming out of, white, black, Puerto Rican, you know. White people just may have it in a better surroundings. Like they, you know, but on the social media side of it, or the television for the viewpoint, as far as the news, you're not seeing the trailer parks blowing up because they cooking meth in there, and Jimbo and Sally Mae out there in the street fighting. They not showing that on the news. They showing Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay. It's the same reason why they said that the aliens that's coming is African Americans. Because whatever African Americans do, people follow suit. Whatever they wear, people gonna put it on. So you can say what the hell you want to say. You know, if you ask me, American Eagle made that ad because Beyonce made the damn Levi's ad. How you gonna compete with that? And then, you know, the only support you gonna get is from white supremacists, super racist. And they act like children. All of y'all act like children. Okay? I'm watching y'all on TikTok. A grown-ass 55-year-old woman. I'm going to American Eagle to get my jeans. And that. Man, who gives? Man, don't nobody give a fuck. We really don't. But, you know, white people are not allowed to say we got good genes. So, hey, and I'm not even here to tell you if you got good genes or not. I'm going to say ask the sun. I'm going to say ask the earth if you was put here to survive. In the sunlight, in the elements, outside of the cave, were you put here to survive? Ask the sun. Now those are genes. Genes ain't white skin and blue eyes. See, that's where y'all get shit twisted. Okay? I see these TikToks talking about, I'll never mix my white skin, mix my white snow with dirt ever. So dirt is everybody else. And white people is pure as the driven fucking snow, right? That's the propaganda that they've been spewing to y'all for years, okay? Meanwhile, the whole damn time, never using a washcloth on their body. Well, it's white, it must be clean. Get the fuck out of here, man. See, that's why, y'all got me fucked up today. But it's all good. It's all to the good, buddy. Tired of streaming to zero? Let's change that. I'm not streaming to zero. I'm somebody. How about that? Streaming to one. I got 3 more cell phones over here. Let me get me 3 more viewers right quick. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what you gotta do. I got monetized on where's my Android? Oh, I got monetized on Twitch though. So I know I'm on Kick right now, but Twitch monetized the boy quick. I better get my ass back over there and get the streaming on there. I'll be streaming try to stream on all platforms, you know, but I got to stream where my stream quality is better. In TikTok, nah. TikTok need to work on their green screen features and all kinds of stuff like that. Cause you can't make a TikTok with a nice green screen background and without people knowing it. There's no way. It's going to be green inside your headphones. It's going to be something. Every time you move, it's going to be some kind of glare, some kind of shadow, some kind of bullshit, and it looks terrible. And I know some people don't care how their content look, but I'm not one of those people. Shit, that's probably that does hold you back. But if your audio is bad and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people not gonna check it out anyway. They're gonna swipe right past it because they swiping right. They own the algorithm. You swiping Joe Rogan's audio sound great. You swipe it on somebody else, audio sound great. And then you swipe up into a nigga in the garage with a windmill in the background and all kinds of stuff. And unless he Charleston White or somebody, you're gonna keep swiping. And some people keep swiping on Charleston White. So it is what it is. And I still hear I hear a little bit of noise because this room is not fully soundproof, but hey, it's better than it was when we started. I'll tell you that, okay? When I started, it's a lot better. So, hey, practice makes perfect, and we making progress, and that's all that really matters. So, what else is going on? We talked about Trump and Putin. It ain't really nothing to say, man. I don't believe nobody, man. I think Trump tell Putin, look, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to say. You ain't got to agree with this, whatever. I mean, I don't trust nobody no more. Okay? I don't trust Barack Obama neither. So you can say white, black, Puerto Rican. I don't give a damn about none of that. That's what y'all care about. Y'all care about what color somebody's skin is. Y'all spend y'all whole entire time on the planet Earth preoccupied with race. Okay? Everything you believe in God, everything that God created, and you spend your entire time on Earth worried about black people. Hating. Do you know how miserable your existence has to end up being? Always pissed off every time you see a black person. You feel some kind of pit in the pit of your stomach. Why? Because they got natural sunscreen and bigger penises or something. I know it's a whole plethora of reasons. And then the ones that act wild in the street, but you can't get me with that. Black people act wild in the street. Yeah, I know they do. But white folks act even fucking wilder. They just don't put it on the news. So you can say what you want to say, man. And speaking of that compound in Arkansas, it's just a documentary for school shooters and pedophiles. P-files. I guess you can't say that on the internet no more, right? I don't know why some words you can't say. I guess they trigger words. If they such trigger words, then why don't y'all stop helping it? Stop funding it. Stop pushing it. But y'all ain't gonna do that, right? So I was watching this documentary too about, they said the parents would drop their kids off. Daddy got the kids for the weekend, drop them off at Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Then daddy go party. And then the Africans, I don't know what you say, the sex bus drivers, I don't know what you say, public transportation. What's going to be our word for that word? Because we can't say PDF files, we can't say ex-African. So, yeah, but their kids was getting snatched up at Disney World in Orlando. The Africans hang out at Disney World. I found that out today. And the dad's dropping their kids off all day long with a bunch of money. Come back, kid gone. Okay? So I guess if there is a need or a want, or if there's a business for it, supply and demand, no matter what it is, because it just used to be kilos, drugs, heroin, that type of deal. Shit, somebody said, fuck a kilo, I'm finna sell kids, man. Imagine that. I'm selling kids, snatching women, never see them again. They at somebody's house in 2025, modern day slavery. So, that's that. Hey, I don't know what to say about it. It's a shame, but there is a monster. You have to, you're talking about Palestine, you're talking about Israel, you talk about all these places. There is a monster somewhere with an infinite appetite for young girls, and they feeding that monster. Okay. And they know they feeding the monster. Jeffrey Epstein was feeding the monster, and P. Diddy possibly. I don't know what P. Diddy was doing, but I know if you're going to be some kind of drug dealer or whatever, I think they up there at the top, right? I mean, you got to be able to get more for a kid than you do a kilo. right? They probably, I don't know how much you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to know either, but it's just and the greatest country in the world, right? But don't get it twisted. Don't think that they're not doing it in other countries. It's happening all over the place. And less remorse too in some of these third world countries. A father and a mother might affect their own daughter. You know what I'm saying? So let's not even go there. Anyway.